look for the other people as well so that they can have an easy retake. Of course, Frost Misty coming in from the truck, and Packing actually sprays down, taking out Roselle. Frost Misty taking out Packing. Now down to a 1v2 situation. Spots Mac DJ on quads, but he will get taken out, and it's 10-5 for the first half.
Yeah, 10-5 is a pretty nice score to, of course, to beat, but it's all up to TNC Pro Team right now. How can they regain their spirit?
Well, I think 10-5, that's a comfortable first half, even if you get sobbed in the first half. As soon as you get 10-5, you should be able to catch up pretty easily in the second half.
Yeah, you can easily get that with an 8-10, I guess. Of course, if you want that pistol round. It's all about the pistol round now. TNC Pro Team needs to win this pistol round.
They do.
This
is the pistol round of
round of death.
Pistol round of death.
Yes.
It's all or nothing for the pistol round, because if Rekka secures the pistol round, they got at least 3-4 rounds in, almost to match point. That's not something TNC wants. They want to catch up at this point.
Yes, indeed. And the game is now on again. The second half of Recca Esports from Indonesia and TNC Pro Team from the Philippines, let's say.
It looks like TNC Pro Team, they are spread out pretty thin, playing default here. Next wins, on the other hand, are leaning towards A, and I think they were able to force our rotation here from TNC. But Pro taking out Roseau with that pistol, getting a double kill here, but Frost Misty takes him out. Now down to a 4v3 situation. Frost Misty takes out Pro, takes out Mojo with a double kill. Still a lot of time to play with here for Recca Esports, but they will plant the bomb at A. Next win taking out Packing. And it's just Borkum and Mac DG for the retake. It's a 2v2. It's
going to be now 2v2. It's Frost Misty versus V and Borkum versus Mac DG. They need to do something. Mac DG has a flash and has a kid as well. But Sis V, but where are you, my friend? Mac DG can assist V. 1 versus 2 situation. It's all up to Frost Misty right now. Mac DG is now down. 1 versus 1. Borkum, where are you? The bomb is not planted, but Borkum there from the side. And finally, dude, TNC Pro Team needs to win this, and this happens.
And this is where the momentum starts coming in from TNC Pro Team. Unless Recca Esports decides to go for an anti-eco strategy, that may catch TNC off guard. Because Recca Esports technically can afford to go for an anti-eco here, because they're in the lead. They have 4 rounds ahead of them. They could pretty much just try and catch TNC Pro Team off guard.
Well, for me, TNC Pro Team is that confident enough for them to win this round, but it's all up to Recca Esports positioning. But Frost Misty is getting flashed, but let's see if TNC Pro Team will be aggressive, but I think they're not.
Yeah, Recca Esports, they're playing kind of passive. Excurate has his eyes on Z.
Ooh,
spots the head on Packing. That was a nice shot.
What a dirty decal coming out of Excurate, just wrecking the head of Packing. Look at that pixel of that head.
It's a pixel-perfect deagle shot, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's now 5v4, a minute 15 seconds. Recca Esports are now going to go ahead and jump into B. It's just Borkum on his own. He is not going to be able to defend this. Next win will be able to take him out. 5v3.
5v3, dude. That eagle, but Mojo's now is killing Rose out there with the wallbang as well. But 4 versus 2, Mac DJ and Pro needs to do something. Let's see what we have 55 seconds left in the clock, and the bomb has been planted. TNC Pro. Let's see. The El Capitan needs to call out very, very important strategies right here.
And I think the retake is now about to start. They don't have utilities to work with here. And Pro taking out Frost Misty. It's now down to a 1v3 situation, but he gets taken out by next wins 11-6.
Dude, why did you turn back? I don't know, man. Because that's the thing in CSGO. Don't look back.
Unless there's a flash in front of you.
Of course, of course. But that is really heartbreaking for me. It's like, that is the moment when TNC Pro Team needs to win this. It's like that vital pistol round plus that 1 round advantage of that. I don't know.
But regardless, Recca Esports, they have an AK, they have the M4s, they have a lot of weapons here, thanks to TNC Pro Team, sponsored by TNC Pro Team. But regardless, down to a 3v3 situation. With pistols, TNC Pro Team are not going to be able to secure this round.
Let's see if Packing can utilize that AK. Of course, Caesar coming out of Borkum right here. And now the bomb has been planted by Extra. Let's see. A minute and 15 seconds left in the clock, but no, it's fine.
But it's just going to be a save.
Already, 45 seconds, yes.
It's just going to be a save by TNC Pro Team. They need that AK. They have 1 flash and helmets.
All right, so the thing is, Packing needs to be very cautious, but Sis V again, just breaking the hearts of TNC Pro Team right now, 6-12.
And a technical timeout has been called.
For Recca, I mean, like, of course, they're one of the best teams in Indonesia, we know that. And of course, one of the oldest team in Indonesia as well. Because maybe they're just having that advantage because the composure, the synergy, the synchronization as a team is right there. And knowing that TNC Pro Team is that new. So maybe they're just trying to adjust their new team.
I mean, honeymoon period, it's pretty brutal for any team that just starts out and gets into any big LAN event.
Yeah. So this is their debut tournament as a team. Debut LAN, as a team, yes.
Their debut performance.
Yes.
And they need to perform very well here.
Yes, we all know that. Knowing that, let's see, next wins. I think he did it so Borkum right there.
But regardless, TNC Pro Team still opting to just save up. Let's get a couple of P250s there. But Packing taking out next win. That's going to be big. He'll be able to get a weapon here if he can. But Sis V taking out MacDG down to a 3v3 situation.
Just got a crossfire right there. 3 versus situation. Pro, let's see what will happen. Just trying to make something out of that pistol round. Pistol rather. But 70 seconds left in the clock. And now the bomb has been planted by Recca Esports. Let's see. X-Crit and Frost Miss, the only man left. 3 versus 2. Pro together with Borkum and Packing needs to be very cautious. Yes, Borkum has the gun, but no X-Crit says no. Frost Missy as well. Pro is the only man left, but X-Crit just destroying TNC Pro Team now, 13-6. I mean that you have that gun. Okay, it is 3 versus 2. I mean, you have that one-man advantage. I mean, like, you still have everything. You have the kits, you have the flashes, you have the smokes. I mean, just use that first, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, you have the utilities. I mean, yes. The only viable way to use the utilities is if you can use it to catch everyone off guard. If you're going in for the retake, use the flashes, use the smokes to distract your opponents. The same thing goes for if you're on the T side. You need to use the smoke to deter any visions from TNC Pro Team.
Oh, as you can see, Picking just got flambéed alive here at Checkers, but that's the thing for TNC Pro Team. Maybe they just got that hyped up. Is that assume that, no, I can kill him. But, of course.
Overconfidence is good and bad at the same time.
Overhyped and overconfidence is bad in CSGO. But as you can see, next wins, kills one. Rosa there with a follow with Frost Misty again, just destroying MacDJ. 1 versus 5. Pro is the only man left for TNC Pro Team. But can he still clutch this? And I think he's going to save that gun.
Yeah, it's smarter to save it. Don't risk it. That's 5 guys looking for you.
Yeah, unless you're a god, I guess. Or like the spirit of Pasha goes in you.
Unless you're like Get Right or Dozia or whoever.
I love Freiburg, man. He's my childhood hero. Yeah, it's my bias in NIP and in the different teams. Yes.
Okay. But regardless, Pro taking down next win. He has the M4. And I think TNC Pro Team could buy up. There you go.
Yeah.
They're just going to force it out. But they don't have enough for utilities here, so they have to make every single flash and smoke count.
Yes, that's true. But Recca Esport, the momentum is right there. They can destroy TNC Pro Team that easy. And it's all up to TNC right now on how can they stop the possible push of Recca Esport. Assist V throwing out there, of course, pre-fires just to might as well damage someone. But let's see X-Crit trying to kill one, but no, next wins. Killing Moja 4 versus 3 versus 5 situation. Rather, MacDG getting tagged as well. Next wins, just planting the bomb. And the thing is, where is Packing? He's like so far away.
Yeah, Packing's all the way over to B side, and right now TNC needs to save the FAMAS and the M4.
Oh, Borkum! Together with Packing, just killing X-Ray. This is V 3 versus 2 situation. They might do this, but the clock is ticking. They don't have that kit. Borkum has the kit, but of course the time is not enough for him to defuse the bomb. And 15-6, my bro.
And he is going to get sandwich here, my bro.
That's the thing. Is that a thing now, my bro?
Yes, my bro. Whoa, but Borkum actually takes down Rosal. They know where Borkum is, and they are now on the hunt.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, Borkum taking out next wins.
But
Will
at
Frost
least-
needs to be able to take him out. Borkum is actually
That's
pretty
the
low, but he has
question.
no idea.
Ooh.
Almost.
Actually,
But Rekka
that
Esports.
2 kills is nice for my Brokum. I need to do that, I guess.
Going back into the game, Recca Esports already at match point, 15-6. They have a lot of utilities.
Yes,
They've definitely bought TNC.
They have literally everything for Recca Esports right now, and TNC Pro Team needs to do something for them to stop Recca Esports. But let's see.
Look at this. Xcrit actually going in for an aggressive mid push here. They're going mid to A at this point. 4v4 situation, but no one's at mid from TNC Pro Team. They don't know that this is coming, but Pro actually takes down SysV down to a 4v3 situation.
3 versus 4. Let's see if Xcrit next one rolls out. Just do the dream of Recca Esports, just winning this game. TNC Pro kills 1, but the thing is, of course, this is the best team. This is the best map of TNC Pro Team, but it didn't work for them at all. And I guess they need to fix something in the loopholes maybe, but Xcrit is the only man left. Let's see if he can clutch this or not. But Borkum stopping the possible win of Recca Esports. TNC Pro Team 7-15. Maybe they can push this on, of course, on an overtime, but that is the question.
It's possible. They just need to play to their strengths at this point. Don't over push. Just stay passive. Wait for any clear indication that Recca Esports is pushing at this side, and they're still on the board pretty much. They just need to beat the economy of Recca.
The thing is, don't get too overconfident and don't get overhyped on something that you can't.
Yes, that is indeed true, my bro. Yeah. Regardless, MacDG bringing Rozo down to pretty low, probably around 12 HP. And there's still a lot of time for Recca Esports to decide where to go.
All right, for TNC Pro Team right now. Ooh, packing kills SysV. But let's see if he can kill with Xcrit there with accuracy, killing the head of packing. But the clock is ticking and MacDG kills 1. Rosa is now done. Xcrit might kill MacDG, but MacDG says no with the double kill. But Frost Misty killing MacDG with a follow-up 2 versus 3 situation. But where is Frost Misty? Let's see.
A minute, 2 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is over advanced with Frost Misty. He's taking out Borkum. I think that's a clear indication that they are going to go for B. But Next Win spots out Moja. Moja going to try to see if he can take down Next Wins. And Moja takes him down. So now down to a 2v1 situation. Frost Misty is just going to try to circle around, try to find anyone.
2 versus 1 situation. It's all up to Frost Misty if he can frost his opponents to death. The clock is ticking. 35 seconds left. Frost Misty says 1, and Moja just, of course, living up the dream of TNC Pro Team to push this game to an overtime.
15-8. Seems doable. They actually finally almost broke Recca Esports economy here.
Yes, exactly, and that's the thing. MacDG has the money again to buy that AWP.
I don't know. MacDG with the AWP hasn't been performing.
That reliable, yes?
Yeah, so I think right now it's a bit of a risk to go for the AWP.
Yes. Maybe he's just comfortable in using an AWP to victory, but...
Oh, we'll see if that happens.
But the thing is, Borkum kills 1. Xcrit is now down. And that's the thing. You need to kill first of course, Xcrit or Frost Misty, because they're really the TNC Pro Team.
Yeah, and TNC Pro Team are playing pretty passively, but SysV sneaks up behind Borkum, and he takes him out. It's now down to a 4v3 situation. Next one's taking out MacDG. It is not looking good for TNC Pro Team. They need to start rotating right now, and SysV taking down Pro, and it is just Moja on his own taking out SysV. Down to a 1v3 situation. Rozo is pretty low, and the bomb has been planted. Moja needs to play for the clock here. He needs to go for the clutch.
That's the thing for MacDG. His AWP isn't performing really well, but let's see. But Frost Misty again, finishing the round 1-0 in favor of Recca Esports. They did everything that they can.
Yeah, and TNC Pro Team, they caught up.
Yeah.
They caught up, but it wasn't just enough. They're finally starting to slowly go online, but it was a bit too late at that point.
Of course, they tried so hard, but it didn't push through.
They tried so hard, but they got so far.
Yes. Props to TNC Pro Team. It's their best map, but there's some kind of little problems on their execution on strategies and stuff. But of course, Recca, knowing that they're one of the best teams in Indonesia, Indonesia's powerhouse, we can call it that. And it's all about, of course, the experience as a team. The composure, the synchronization, the synergy. It's all down to this. Recca winning this game 16-8.
Yeah, TNC Pro Team not showing a good performance, but it's not bad for their first LAN run as a team. Probably in the next couple of LAN events in the future, they might be able to come back stronger.
Yes, all right, so you've just witnessed the game of Recca Esports versus TNC Pro Team, and once again, without further ado, I'm going to give back to DK and the rest of the panel.
Thank you so much, Vil. 16-8, 8 maps off Rekha. What do we make of this?
Well, I mean,
I
said between 16-6 and 16-8. We got 16-8. I thought, you know, maybe it could have been a little bit easier for Rekha than it was. They came into that, obviously, without having any kind of a warm-up. That was their first match of the day. TNC already had a match, and they were a bit warmed up. So the early start for Rekha was not amazing. You know, they were playing, I thought, a little bit poorly, dropping a lot of early players in a lot of the rounds. And TNC, they were able to close out a couple of those rounds, but a lot of the rounds where they had a player advantage, they did end up actually losing. So I thought that Rekha wasn't quite punished as much as they perhaps should have been, but they also probably shouldn't have been put in those situations in the first place, given the caliber of a team that they are. So I think once Rekha kind of got the ball rolling, once they got their form going, once they got their momentum built up, and once they were warmed up, we kind of saw a bit more of a domination as what we kind of expected.
Yeah, Kevin?
For me, TNC, the rounds that they were able to blow open, well, firstly, Rekha had to either give an advantage by them pushing forward, and then Rekha had to kind of screw up and allow TNC for one of their players to step up. I am Pro on the B side, got 3 kills. This is, I think for TNC, there were 2 major issues I saw overall in their gameplay. A is that as their entry fraggers, they don't really have a clear way of kind of clearing out the site, which is a big problem. With your first and second entry, you need protocols to make sure that every single line is checked. The person sitting there at that site on B site, winning the round for Rekha should never have happened. That was like the first problem. That was something that was prevalent throughout the entire T half for TNC, where if you don't have the protocols to kind of clear out the site, it's always going to make your T side harder. And the second thing I wanted to know, I want to actually praise TNC on their CT side this time around. The only issue with their CT side was over-aggression. There was one part, I think it was either MacDG or Pro, who's playing Highway, and instead of dry peeking out from Highway in towards mid, there was a flashbang that came forward. So the flashbang, the teamwork was there. But the problem was, after you got the kill, you got the advantage. You see a lot of teams, when they get this advantage, they fall back. You already have 5-on-4, there's no point challenging any further. If you want to challenge further, use another flashbang, use another grenade. He just dry peeked out again. And you can't do that against Rekha because they want those opportunities to come back into the game. And that's, I feel like, a little bit of a lack of experience playing against better teams meant that TNC were punished. That's literally the difference probably playing from like lower tiers to higher tier, is that these teams do have they have really good teamwork, really good plays, but they don't understand when to back off. Like how many times, like Jordan mentioned it, how many times were TNC in the lead? They had like 5-on-3, 5-on-4, and they lost it because they didn't stop pushing further. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, it was probably like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 rounds
exactly
on the first half where, yeah, Rekha was at a 2-player or even 3-player deficit and ended up winning that round. So I think that was a big problem for TNC, and they probably should have capitalized on a few more of those rounds.
Yeah. But positive signs. Like, overall, I'm much happier seeing TNC on that map. I wanted to see what they had on the T side. Yeah, sure, Rekha probably just going too loosey, just pushing in and trying to get way too much action going their way. But afterwards, you know, TNC settled down. They did a few executes. They played well together.
Yep, absolutely.
They have no shame in terms of what they did on Cage because that was pretty solid from them.
Yeah, so credit where credit is due, but we did say they needed to, I mean, they are going home now. Admittedly, they're in their home country, so it's a short trip, but, you know, they're done and dusted in this group of 3. It's now between Rekha and Golden Mix to try to figure out who will take that top seed going into the best of 3 series. We said they needed to bring everything TNC, like bring everything kitchen sink, go home with their head held high. Elfish, can they do that now based on the last game, or is it still a bit lackluster?
No, look, to be honest, I think that was actually a pretty reasonable performance from them. I didn't expect them to get many more than 8 rounds, sorry. So I think to get to 8 rounds,